Good night, everyone. Good evening. Buenas noches a todos. The reason I'm here is to talk about Ayotzinapa. But before I do that, I would like to thank you to the International Action Center, to Teresa, Lucy, especially to Sharon, because yesterday she waited for us late night in order to finish painting this amazing sign. They're going to explain it like later what does it mean. Imagine that you were born in a small city in Mexico, very poor. It's called in Guerrero, Ayotzinapa. Your father is a farmer, and the only way that you can get education is to go to these training rural schools to become a teacher. You live there and you study there. And because you are part of the Socialist Student Federation, and because you always protest every year in order to have enough food, conditions in your school, the government, Mexican government, doesn't like you. Because you are younger, you're a student, and you're a rebel. Today I'm here because as a Mexican, as a student, what just happened is very sad. I'm gonna say what happened that night. On September 26, 2014, a month ago, 6 students were killed, 30 were wounded, and as of today, 43 students still remain missing. Although we do not lose hope of finding them, we fear the worst. Too many accounts indicating they have been killed in a brutal way. This was a crime. The state, because the actions leading to the murders and disappearances involve the police, military forces, drug cartels, and state and federal government authorities. Little by little, we are hearing about the brutality with which the government acted against the same people they are meant to protect. In Mexico, the citizens are treated as delinquents, while the delinquents are the government, the state. Mexico and the world was horrified by the images and the manner in which these young students were massacred. One of the students had his eyes torn out and his head and his skin ripped off his face. First was the grief and fear, followed by the pain and invades and the paralysis. But outrage has rescued the people who had been victimized by these horrible crimes. And they have decided to follow the example of their parents, who, despite the pain, have not given up to search of their children. That's one of the reasons we are here. To ask you as a leaders, as a citizens living outside of Mexico, to help us out, to speak out. And this is the sign about 43 reasons, to speak up, because we are all Ayotzinapa. After 2006, was an electoral fraud in Mexico, and the government of Felipe Calderón launched the war of drugs. As a result, more than 100,000 people had died. Most of them, journalism, students, children. civilians, gente como nosotros. When we say enough is enough, creemos que ya basta, basta la impunidad. Por eso estamos aquí hoy. That's one of the reasons that we are here today. We do believe that more than to be a strategy, it's a liberation plan. This is shock therapy, as Klein once said, no? It's scare opposition movements. In conclusion, we are here today to join forces, to ask you for your help, to speak out about what just happened in Mexico, because we need to find these students. Their parents are waiting for them. That's our reality right now. We are here to ask more humanitarian organizations, national and global, to help us urge Mexican government to cease repression to their own people and instead offer impunity and justice for everyone. Thank you. Vivos los queremos. Vivos se los llevaron. Vivos queremos. Vivos se los llevaron. Vivos los queremos.
Vivos se los llevaron.
Vivos los queremos. That means like they took the police kidnapped the 43 students, and we always say they took them alive. We want them back alive too. We also have some signs in Spanish and English, and it says like we more about to explain what is 42 reasons o 43 razones, perdón, así mejor. 43 razones para no callar. There are so many things that's going on in Mexico. It's not just about Ayotzinapa. It's about justice, solidaridad con los migrantes, solidarity with the immigrants, which is immigration reform. As Pablo said, we need to join forces all together to get like immigration reform. We also say like justice now, no más desapariciones forzadas. People doesn't have to disappear just because they speak out. Alto a los femicidios, to the women's rights everywhere, democracy now. And I don't know if you have any questions, so our friends can hear our discussion. Okay. Thank you. Teresa asked us about the November 20th. Yes, there are some organizations that are trying to do like some strike in Mexico. Most of the public schools are already in a strike. So November 20th is very important in Mexico because it's el Día de la Revolución. Revolution Day, no? So that reminds us like there is still like some people that wants to fight for rights. So it's very important day. So we are open, of course, to organize something here. We are open, of course, to join forces with another organizations. Any organization to do something here in order, not just for Ayotzinapa, as Acerik said, for Ferguson and for everyone. No, it's very important day. What else was the I don't know. Yes, and in our talk, we mentioned about because these students in this region is very important because they belong for the Socialist Student Federation, which was built from Cuauhtémoc Cárdenas, no? Because they didn't have a school. And it has been because of the very poor regions, as a Cabañas, as an activist, and there has been another activist, because it's the way it is. But thank you for reminding us, Cabañas, a great activist and fighter for the...
Our movement, he was fighting.
Right.
More than an activist.
Guerrillero. And I don't know if you have more questions about what is going to be the next steps. I guess we're going to leave some documentations, and we're going to give you like a document. So if Teresa can, just send over or email over to everyone. And also, as Eric said, we are here also to join forces. And Morena has, not just in Mexico, but has many committees in Texas, in Los Angeles, in Arizona, in Chicago, in Minnesota. So they are going to be very, very happy to help you if you need house, food for your caravanas. Thank you.
Thank you.